What's the Tucker Carlson video?
Speaking of this, did you see you saw that Tucker Carlson video?
Yeah, you showed it to me 5 times, and every time you showed it to me, you went, "Have you seen this?"
So I showed it to him, and I'm writing an Armageddon update, and I hear him hysterically laughing in here, like, so the end of men. It's the end of men, and then he shows the gayest thing I've ever seen.
Literally the gayest thing.
Yeah,
gayer than the birdcage. Literally, it was and I was like laughing.
Liberace, Elton John documentary.
Elton John is way
Harvey
tougher.
Milk. Nope.
It made Elton John look like Clint Eastwood. Yeah. There's a moment where he's the dude standing in front of the nut tanner. There's like a testicle tanner.
Yeah, what was that?
So supposedly
there
was a shot of a dude drinking semen from a glass.
Weird. I think it was egg white.
But it was odd, and it was in silhouette. Like, what the fuck? What do you do? Yeah. By the way, that's what someone I was like, what am I watching? And Tucker Carlson did little loafers, the little sockless was loafers, and he's like, this is the end of men. Like, bro,
dude. And you know what we were saying?
You were screaming way too loud,
Ray. We don't give a fuck about.
I've never
what's
thought
a man or not. We don't even think about it.
I've never.
The least manly men that I have ever dated or ever known were very concerned about manliness, and they had to talk about it. The most manly men I've ever been with were the ones that just were men and just did manly things, whatever that means.
They never questioned it.
Confidence and security. I
said that about martial arts. I said a martial artist doesn't go around. I'm a martial artist. He doesn't go around saying that. Yeah, no. He just is. Yeah. You know, and so
that's a great example. The guy that it's the guys that call out during a show. You know, those are never. They're always the ones in like Ed Hardy or whatever. But it's the really like quiet, still confident guys that are going to tear that dude's ass if he does come towards the stage.
All right,
which you did have 3 dudes run at the stage.
No, I've told this story before. I've told this story before. We have new listeners. So I was driving to Vegas one time and I was hauling ass to get to a gig and I was really moving. I was like, had my radar detector I was up over 100. And this dude in the El Camino gets right on my ass. And he's going with me. And I know what he's doing. He's and what I think what he's doing, I thought about it later, he was trying to get a radar signature. So they couldn't tell who was going fast, but I was the lead car. But he was so close to me, if something goes wrong, if I blow a tire, we're going to get in an accident.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I hit the brakes and he doesn't back off. I hit the brakes, doesn't back off. And I finally hit the brakes. He goes around me and I go, what the fuck, dude? And I go, pull off because I'm mad. I'm furious. Yeah. This is old Titus. And the guy, although my sister would argue with that. So he pulls off at this exit and he gets off and I slide my car to a stop, really like total like car
shit.
chase.
Yeah.
Like I'm mad, you know?
Yeah.
And jump out of the car, I walk out and I walk over to the guy. And he is standing next to the thing by his car, and he's totally dead calm. And I go, the fuck, dude? I go, we're doing 100 miles an hour. You're 8 feet from my bumper. What are you doing? He goes, oh, I didn't know what you're doing. I go, what the fuck? We're both gonna get an accident. And I go, and I start to walk towards him, and he steps up. There's a berm of dirt. He's shorter than I am. Steps on a berm of dirt and just very calmly steps on it. And he goes, all right. He goes, what are you going to Vegas for? And I go, I'm doing a show. Like, I'm fucking mad. And he goes, oh. I go, where are you going? He goes, oh, I'm in. I won the kickboxing championship last year, so I'm going this year to defend my title. Doesn't lean in. Doesn't say shit to me.
Sounds like a line though.
No. He goes, no. I'm actually going. I have to fight. And no, he didn't do it like that. He did it very dead calm. And I was like, oh, well, just back off me a little bit. He wasn't bragging. He was like, oh, last year I won the kickboxing championship, so I'm going this year to defend my title in my division. He was like even kind of like in my division.
Yeah.
Oh, in your division. Huh.
And not overall, not everybody.
And the way he stood up on the berm, he was like sizing me up to see what he was going to have to do. And I got that. I was still new to martial arts, but I trained enough to know like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Well, I knew a lot of guys in Krav Maga, and just all of them. They were just like the friendliest little like teddy bear guys. They're just the nicest guys. And then you go to the mat and you go train with them. Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Fast, sharp.
The calmest I ever was after I got my black belt. I was like, I
mean, calm is relative.
I mean, in a sense of like, I didn't walk the world fearing things. I didn't walk the world like, you know, I wasn't a shoulder chucker anymore. I was like, bam, what's up, fucker? I wasn't that guy anymore.
There's a funny, so today we happened to pull in at the same time and I look over and Titus, you know, and he just has his profile. It's just like, get your motor running. He's got, the fucking sunglasses on and then a little kitten head.
A little Poochie goes.
The contrast between the two.
He had the boys mad today.
He's just like, what are you doing? You racing me?
I was mad. Today traffic was so bad. And can I talk?
You were mad. I hung up with you.
Can I talk about traffic? First of all, there's a bunch of people that don't need to be on the road anymore. Your door flingers.
I think you've talked about this.
Not the door flingers. These door flingers, man. They pull over and they just whoop, open the. Don't look who's coming.
That's an epidemic now,
dude.
Yesterday on my way home, there were door flingers. There were several people that were doing something with their car, like tying something in the bed of the and just walked out without ever looking at me. Yeah. And I'm hauling ass. Just walked and stood in the middle of the road. And then as I was leaving here, a kid was blowing whatever they're doing. What are they blowing with that in the street?
Dirt.
I don't know.
And dirt.
Dirt. Yeah. And he never looked up, had headphones on, and was looking down and took the blower and was almost on the all the way left side of my lane. And when I hit my brakes and he looked up like surprised. But you're in the middle of the street. Right. I always think about your bit about bus mirrors and Neverlution?
You're gonna get killed by a bus mirror. Yeah, you got to teach your kids.
Like we were taught,
keep your elbows up so your kids get that head moved down.
I always sit with my back to the wall. I'm always watching people. I see things start to happen long before they happen. Mm-hmm. We were in the liquor store this past weekend, and I instantly felt like a weird energy. And I don't mean that in a like humana
We were
way.
getting a nice wine for a friend's birthday party.
Something changed. Mm-hmm. Something felt weird. And I looked up where I kind of felt it happening. And these two little old guys own this liquor store in our area. And this dude had walked in, kind of Crazy Eyes Jackson, and said, I need a bathroom. And they both told him, we don't have a bathroom.
Sweatsuit, one leg pulled way up.
You didn't have to say that. Everybody got it.
No, it was great. But his sweatsuit matched. I was like,
the top matched the.
Yeah, it was gray. It was Heather. He was wearing Heather gray both times.
But then he just stood there for a long time looking around like this, and he was looking at wine. I'm watching this guy because it was weird. Something was weird.
Yeah,
and
he was off.
Locks on me, so I don't look at him, but I'm watching him in my peripheral because my first thing. This was my dad teaching me. My first thing was I located the closest exit to us.
That's how bad it was. I didn't get this vibe
and plus like with people shooting places up and stuff, that's what I was thinking might happen. So I found an exit that way, and then I just kind of keep watching him peripherally. He's staring at me for a long time. Then he turns and target locks on him and just full speed charges up to him. And the thing that I love about you is that you're the wrong person for them to pick, first of all, because you have absolutely
he had a judgment
no fear
issue
of Crazy Eyes.
No, I was raised by Crazy Eyes.
You are crazier-eyed than anybody that tries to crazy eye you.
Yeah, exactly. And raise you.
He always surprises them, though, I think, because they don't expect it.
Yeah, he comes up to me and he goes, yo, man. And I go, what? And he goes, you make a lot of money? I go, dude, I'm buying wine. What are you doing?
No, you didn't. I like that you make it. Like,
no?
I said to you, because I saw him coming, and I said, heads up. And you kind of turned, you saw him coming, and he walked right up and was like, hey, man, can I get some money? He wanted money at first. Yeah. And I said, turned very slowly and went, what? And then started doing Crazy Eyes. And you turned on and you're looking down at him a little bit now. And then he goes, well, you look like you make a lot of money. And then that's when you started to say that. I see your girl. I see what you're wearing.
Yeah, you make a lot. And I go, and he goes, how you do all right? I go, yeah, I do all right. And
you said because I work hard.
I said because I work my ass off. And he goes, I didn't ask you how you got it.
Yeah, he was mad. He didn't like that answer.
He said, I don't want to see your resume.
He goes, you went to college, right? I go, nope, just busted my ass my whole life.
But the whole time, Titus Crazy Eyes. And I always see people instantly when they first have that lock on them. I see this. Oh, shit. And then I see them every time they always decide to proceed because maybe I've misread it. Maybe those aren't Crazy Eyes. Maybe he just drank a lot of caffeine. Yeah. And then
latte eyes.
You intensify. And people always just end up sort of melting, slithering out of whatever space we're in. You do it on the street with crazy people.
I just after watching Mom beat the crap out of my sister and being crazy, the only way to stop crazy is to out crazy them a little bit, or let them. They have to realize, and we've talked about this before. They have to realize you're going to be a problem, and the second they realize you're going to be a problem, they will move on.
Well, you told me that